and the Big Rig Kids, y'all. Are you ready? Let's go. Here come the Big Rig Kids, roll with the Big Rig Kids. Let's fire the truck, take you to such amazing places with the Big Rig Kids. Those helpful Big Rig Kids, see how they give and grow and get to know amazing things. Learn with the Big Rig Kids, and you'll see how it is to have adventure days and hang and play with all your friends. Because the Big Rig Kids know what it is to live a most exciting and inviting.
Welcome back to a new season of Conversations with Grandma Polly, everyone. We're so glad that you can make it here with us tonight. I am Kenneth J, as you all know, and we have a very exciting season coming up for you. Grandma Polly has been doing and planning some amazing things for the youth and the generation of tomorrow. She's been on a grind doing a lot of things, and we have a lot of great things for you guys to view. But before we begin, I just want to thank you once again for a new season of Conversations with Grandma Polly. And we have a very exciting special guest tonight as well, which she'll introduce you to. But with no further ado, who is the woman that we all know and love, guys, and always want to see? Let's give it up for the one and only Grandma Polly. Yes.
Hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome back. We're happy to be here with our new season, and we are happy to have you guys here joining us. We have so many things that we've been working on that's going to make this season even better than it was last year. Before I introduce our guests, I want to wish you all a happy new year. We're in the first week of 2022. And I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season and looking forward to a wonderful new year and just living life to its fullest. And right now, at this moment, I would like to introduce you guys to my friend Benjamin. Benjamin is 9 years old. He's a young man who he's the autism spectrum. He lives, with autism, but he's a bright kid. He lives with his grandmother, and the two of them together, they work really well. And Benjamin is just so bright. I cannot wait until you guys meet this guy, little fellow, because he's so full of energy. And without further ado, I want you guys to give plenty hearts, plenty loves, some cheers, send Benjamin some awesome energy. And now I present to you Benjamin. Hey, Benjamin.
Hi.
How are Benjamin and his grandma Michelle?
Hi,
Benjamin,
good.
how
Hello,
are
good evening.
you?
I'm good. I'm doing good in school.
You're doing great in school. That is so awesome to hear. You and I had a conversation before we got started here, and I asked you what was your favorite subject in school, and what did you tell me? What
Multiplication.
is your favorite thing in school? You like multiplication,
I like to do
and you're real
multiplication
good at.
and division.
Yes, you like multiplication, and what?
And division.
And division. Okay, a
It's
little
just
math
like
stuff.
multiplication backwards. Just like subtraction is math backwards.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. You're able to distinguish between the two. So that tells me you're doing really great in school in math.
Yes.
And I like that. And now I'm going to ask you, what are some of the things that you like to do?
What I like to do, I like to have
Yes.
I like to read too.
You like to read too?
Yes.
How
Yes.
often do you read?
How do I read?
How
How
often?
often do you read? How often?
I gotta read like for 30 minutes or 20.
Every night.
I mean, every night.
You have to read for 20 to 30 minutes every night. And what are
Yes,
some of the things that you like to read? Because I know your grandmother told me some things. Tell me what it is that you like to read.
I like to read your books.
Oh, so you like to read my books. Would you like to share with us some of the things that you've read in my books?
Yes,
What did you read in her books?
Tell me
but
something about what you read in the book.
I read about the racism part
You
Racism
did?
and the bullying
and bullying
and the daddy that came
in
from
the
the army.
daddy's house.
Yes. And your grandma told me some other things when you were reading that book about racism because you and her read that book together.
Yes,
And she told me, you know what your grandma told me? She said that you got so excited reading it that there were times and parts that she would get to, and that you would look at her and say,
Very afraid, right?
something bad is about to happen.
the
Do you remember what it was? Do you remember the bad thing that happened?
bad thing, like in the Meet the Big Red Kids,
Yeah, in the racism book when they read it
Yes,
together.
the racism book.
in
Yeah,
the
what
raisin
happened?
book.
When Kate, no, when Carter kicked the ball in Caden's face,
And did what?
it made Caden
Yes,
black eye.
Mm-hmm. Was that good?
yes, it
No,
did.
might as well hurt.
It
So
may.
Was
if
that
you
a
have
good
a black
thing?
eye, hmm?
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
And if you have a black eye, you can either get a bag of ice and just put it on your eye to make it heal up.
Mm. But that was bad because he what?
Ye-
Why did he kick the ball in his face?
Because he doesn't like black people.
He didn't like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and was that good?
Right.
No.
And was there a reason in the book why he did not like black people?
His
Do you
dad
remember?
his dad taught him that,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. His
Bad
dad
stuff.
really did teach him that.
and
And
he thought
is
it was
that a good
right.
or a bad thing?
It was
Say
bad,
again,
and he
Benjamin.
thought it was the bad thing to do, and he thought it was right. So that's why he kicked the ball in Caden's face because he thought what his dad did was correct.
Taught him was correct. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You
right.
are a bright kid.
I am
You are
smart.
such a bright kid. And
I am
yes, and it was wrong. Could you tell me who was your favorite character in the book?
Grant you in the
Who did you
truck.
like the most?
I like
Grandma
the
Polly
truck.
in the truck?
Yeah, I like two of you guys because you're super smart.
Okay. Okay. So you like Grandma Polly and you like the truck. Do you want to know who my favorite character is?
Yes.
Can you guess? Can you guess who my favorite character is?
Who do you think Grandma Polly's favorite character is?
You probably don't.
Hmm? Do you know?
My
No.
favorite character. My favorite character is Maria.
Maria.
And I'm going to tell. Yes, you remember Maria? Maria with the braces and she wanted to fight Carter.
Yeah, she's the bossy one.
I love Maria to death.
Mm-hmm. Funky.
I really do. Let me tell you what I like about bossiness. Maria is the young lady that has sickle cell, so this gives her limited abilities. And a lot of times when people have limited abilities, They have something that's going on with them that society looks at as not being normal. Maria does not let that stop her. Maria is feisty, and Maria, Maria do what Maria do, and she does not let nobody push her
She
around.
don't
But
back
she is
down.
bossy, but she stands up for her friends too.
Yeah,
She stands up for her friends. She stands up for what's right,
right.
Yeah,
and
Maria's
that's
Maria.
why Maria is my
Maria.
favorite character.
She don't back down. She don't under, like when I tell you that when you say sometimes you say I can't do it, and I tell you I don't believe in that word, right?
Right?
Right. I say you give it a what? You have to give it a try.
Yeah, a try.
hmm I said don't back down for nothing, or don't let anyone tell you no. Right.
Right,
Right?
Right.
That's the same thing with George. He said,
right. You
don't
don't
let
let
nobody tell you can't do nothing
Right.
because you can do it.
You can do it. That's right.
That's right.
that is right, and that is great.
Yes.
Now, what else you want to tell me?
Tell you about Daddy's
Yeah, is
home.
there anything else? Huh?
About Daddy's home.
What do you want to say
Oh,
about Daddy's home?
Daddy's home. You want to tell me about that?
Yes, he came home with sickle
Okay, I'm
cell.
Let me
listening.
look this up. PTSD.
Oh, PTSD.
Because he was there.
He was in the army.
And what happened when he was in the army?
He heard a lot of noise and he didn't like it.
hmm And you said that kind of reminds you of what?
Me,
Kind of reminds you of yourself, right?
because I do not like noise.
Loud sound, right?
Right?
And then what happens when you hear loud sound?
I start crying
You,
and it covering in my ears.
right, right. And who comforts you?
You.
You, yes.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. Now, I'm going to ask your grandma a question because you just said something that, a lot of times we look at PTSD and we say it comes from people being in the military. And by the way, PTSD means post traumatic.
Post traumatic
Stress disorder.
Do you know what the
stress.
rest of it is? It
Post
post
traumatic
traumatic
stress
stress.
This
What else?
disorder.
Syndrome.
Disorder.
Okay.
Post
Okay.
traumatic
Now,
distress order.
post traumatic stress disorder. You are right. And a lot of times we say these things come from people being in the military. And I just heard you say that you don't like loud noises.
Nope.
And I'm going to ask your grandma a question real quick, and then I'm going to bring you back. Michelle, when he talks about these loud
No,
noises,
don't go
because
away,
I
sir.
don't know much about.
Uh-huh. Come
I'm
back.
gonna look it up
I
right.
don't know
No, no,
much.
no. Right.
I don't know. I don't know much about the situation, that he's dealing with the
I'm gonna look up
not
With his
because I want to
autism.
say it right.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So when you talk about the noises, this is something that because of the situation that he has,
hmm
this is one of the side effects. Uh, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so he was diagnosed with autism when he was 3 years old. And it
Big
just
Rig
they
Kids discussions
all right,
with
Big Red,
Grandma
I'm
Polly.
talking. And I'm sorry. And yeah, they diagnosed him with that because they say it was like a developmental delay. Like even though kids I feel learn at different stages in their life, but they label it because he wasn't responding. Like he delayed in walking. He delayed when it was time to talk, and he was like not really making enough eye contact. And so when he was in daycare at the time, the teacher brought it to my attention. And then that's when we saw, look for specialists that came and basically did an evaluation on him. And that's when they labeled him as having autism. Now, they stated that boys are more prominent in getting it than girls. They still don't really know why. I was told by his therapist that they are still researching it as to really how they get autism. But more so is a gene, like a gene thing, a gene from the mom or dad, from a parent. But his is like, you have some that can be severe, and then you have some that are functional. And Benjamin is functional. He is in a class of a special education class with like 8 children in his class with a teacher and a teacher's aide. Um, and also like have him, like he said, with the sounds. When I really saw him, you know, um, his reaction to loud noises. I did. I remember him having, being evaluated with it, but and at that time his mom moved. They were living at me when he got evaluated, but then eventually she moved out. So any service or anything he needed wasn't he didn't receive that he should have been receiving at the time of the evaluation. But when I he came to live with me, I noticed that whenever we were in large crowds or anything that's too noisy, like fire trucks or whatever, he would like hold his ears and he would start screaming. And I was like, wow, and he was also still seeing a therapist then, but the therapist he was seeing at the time I wasn't pleased with. But once he was fully living with me, I sought out another therapist, and he's getting like services. He gets like what they call occupational therapy with like hand-eye coordination. He gets speech, which he really don't need because he speaks very clearly now. He speaks a lot, sometimes too much, but that's okay. But overall, he has definitely improved over the going on 4 years he's been living with me. And he has a 4-year-old brother, my other grandson, who also is on the spectrum. And they basically have the same thing. They don't like loud noises. And when we do family gatherings, which our family is large, but we normally keep it to a minimum of like 20 people total. You know, 8 kids in the group who, whenever we go away on trips or we have birthday parties or Halloween parties, it's just the same group of people that we always get together with. And that's how, we have a large village, but that's the 20 people in our village that we mostly, especially with this COVID pandemic, that we, do gatherings with. So everybody understand and everybody is so helpful and assisting or, me with him. Sometimes when he have a meltdown and it becomes too much, there's other people in the group who definitely understands and who can get him, calm down and stuff like that. But yeah, he's an awesome little boy. He's smart, and he definitely likes math, which I'm glad he do because I wasn't really good at math. But I was told that like children with autism, they specialize in they're good in something, and that's where we are with Benjamin. But he's continuously getting his services and his therapy, and he's improving daily. Daily, I seen him like improving. So I'm glad about that because I do want him to be independent without needing continue to need assistance for the rest of his life. I want him to learn to be independent and doing things on his own. And he's getting there. He's definitely getting there.
Awesome. Now, Benjamin,
Benjamin, come on.
where did you go?
I
What?
went for
Come
water
back,
break.
cuteness. Okay, come back, cuteness.
He took a water break.
Now, you
Yeah, he loves water.
have, I know, right? See, Benjamin, I have my water here in my own cup,
See,
I have a
so I
big
won't have
water.
to take a water break.
you got your big water bottle.
Yeah, I have a
That's
big
what's
one. It
up.
has
I
like
like that.
105 water in it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Big old
Okay, I
pile
like
of water.
that. Now, Benjamin, do you have any questions for me? Because your grandmama told me you were dying to meet Grandma Polly. I am
Hmm.
here. Now, what questions do you have for me?
Like, can you sell one of those plushies back there?
I can't get rid of my dolls right now. I'm working on that though. I'm
Right.
working on
What you have
trying
to
to get
ask
the
Grandma
last
Polly?
made,
You asked her when she's gonna
but
make
I
another
can't
book.
get rid of
Yeah,
my
when you're
dolls
gonna
right
make
now.
another book.
My next book, it's gonna take about a year. It usually take me about a year to. It usually take me anyway between 12 and 15 months to get a book completed.
Like, is it gonna be Big Rig Kids with Benjamin?
Well, what she said, she's not gonna promise you that.
You know what? Wait a minute, Michelle. You
Hmm.
know what? I'm going to have your grandmama, and I'm going to reach out to some of these organizations also,
Hmm.
so that I can learn more about autism,
Right. Right.
and I will eventually, because I have 4 more books to write, I
Ooh.
will
4 more
eventually
books.
do one. Yes, I will eventually do one on autism. And when I write that book, my character is going to be Benjamin. I promise
Ooh.
you, I just don't know when I'm going to write it yet.
Right.
Okay?
Because she have to
Okay.
do research.
How does that sound?
Because you have to research. I
How
was
does that
explaining
sound to
to
you?
him.
How old am I?
No, she said, "How does that sound to you?"
That sounds fine. Sounds fine.
That sounds
Ain't that
fine.
great?
Yes, that sounds fine.
Mhm.
Sounds fine.
Okay. Do you have any more questions before we go back to your grandma?
Any more questions?
Like, how do you draw the pictures in the books?
He wants to know who
Now
draws the pictures
that
in the book. Yeah.
I have I have a niece,
A
and she
niece?
does all of the drawing in the books.
Hmm.
Yes. She's my
She's putting them.
sister's daughter, and she does all the artwork, and she draws it. Even in the workbook, the book that you got that you could color the
The
pictures
coloring.
in, she
Yeah,
drew
he
she
likes the
drew
color.
those too. She drew those also.
Okay.
Ooh. Like, can I make a book too by cutting out piece of papers and sticking the glue on it?
You can make yes, you can make
Mm-hmm.
your own coloring book. You can
Yes,
do
you
that.
can.
How do I do that?
I'll show you.
Do I need a big
Yes,
old
you
card to
can.
make the fitting of the pages?
Yeah, me my show you.
Yes, maybe that's something me and your grandma maybe could get on Zoom one day, when we get together and put one together,
Right,
and
right.
go from there. That's something we may be able to do together. But
Okay.
now, I'm gonna ask you again. If you have no more questions, we're gonna go over to your grandma.
Okay.
You have any more
Thank you,
questions?
Have any more
Benjamin.
questions?
No, you could go up to my grandma. We're taking turns.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Benjamin.
Benjamin, you're awesome.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. You are awesome.
Hmm.
We're
Yes.
taking turns.
Yes, sir. It's taking turns. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's in here
And,
because I
and
told you he's definitely got more interested in reading after reading your books. And ever since he was in school, they always asked the children anyway to read like 30 minutes each night. Um, I used to before it was kind of hard to get him doing that, but definitely after he read the Big Ring Kids and me and him reading it together because he loves the one-on-one times. He loves that time me and him share together. and because sometimes my days are quite busy because I got both of them, like I say, and but I know he definitely yearns for one-on-one time, and that's our time together where we take turns reading.
But I
And
need that 101 with a pair.
right, so there, he definitely became more interested in reading after reading the Big Red Kids, and now we on to reading like other books like Charlotte Webb and some other books some of his aunts and uncle bought for him for Christmas because I told him like don't buy any toys. Like buy reading books and puzzles, and they definitely said like kids with autism they into like doing puzzles and stuff which he's very good at. So those are the things we're working with. And video games, he definitely loved playing video games.
I play it more than anything.
Right, yeah, he definitely gets fixated on things. They were saying like one like a couple of months he might be fixated on like dinosaurs, and the next couple of months it might be something else. Now he's into Mario and Pokemon. So we try to just
I'm into Silver Fox, Shaolin and the Master Key.
oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, that's him in the back. So yeah, he gets fixated on stuff, he'll take a couple of months on it. And then, but I always try to like I embrace it. I try to buy video games or plushie toys because he's into plushie toys, and movies. We'll sit down and watch a movie. Like I said, he started reading Charlotte's Web, and we're almost finished with it. So earlier for dinner, we were sitting watching the Charlotte's Web movie. So that's what he's in the middle of watching before he goes to bed. But yeah, I'm not just saying it because he's my grandson. He's definitely is an awesome little boy. It's some challenges and it's a lot of work. But just making sure that he continues on getting his services and his therapy sessions, and the people that we work with, they're the teachers and everybody, they're so understanding with these children, and he's just okay, Benjamin, that's enough. He just, yeah, he's definitely improving. He's definitely improving, even though he's on like medication, and I do eventually want him to wean off of some of the medications that he's on, but have him more control where he can control himself, and that's part of the therapy that he gets. It has him thinking about like certain behavior, or the way he thinks about things or see things, and just continuing it, in the home that we do it, with him, so he'll definitely get an understanding of it.
Right,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
He's Benjamin is a great kid, and Kenny, I knew you just I think it was Diana McKenzie. Benjamin.
Yes.
There is this lady named Diane McKenzie, and she just commented on there. Your grandma will show you later. She thinks that you are adorable. What do you think about that?
Think about that. I think that she has good taste.
You are too much.
We gotta get a hand on that
He
one.
is too much.
I
I
knew I
love
loved this
it,
kid.
Yeah, I tell you, I told you, he's something else. He is something.
I love that, Benjamin. Miss Diane McKenzie. Benjamin says he think you has good taste. I like that. Actually, Diane is a friend of mine. So yes, Diane, you have good taste. Benjamin has approved that. And Deborah says, okay, Benjamin. But Benjamin, tell me a little bit. You told me that you want to grow up and be a what?
I want to be a doctor.
Wow, awesome.
You want to be a doctor? That is awesome. But there was something else you told me that got my attention, and
What you
I
said,
like music. So what was it you said that you wanted to do?
remember?
Multiplication?
Did you
No,
not
when
tell me you
the
wanted to
music
be
was
in a
playing and you said you wanted
you
to be
told me
in
you
what?
wanted to
A
be in a
rock
rock
star.
band? Yeah. You said you wanted to be a rock star, and what's the instrument you told me you wanted to play?
A guitar.
I love the guitar. My granddad played the guitar all of his life. He wasn't in a rock
Mm,
band though. He just used to play it at home.
right,
And
he
we
played
used
at
to sit
home.
down and listen to the music. And my bonus dad had a guitar also.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I used to have a little guitar too. I used to play it, but now it's broke. It's old.
Yeah, so maybe I gotta look into getting you another one.
It's broken and it's old. Well,
I got.
I'm gonna have to whisper in Grandma's ear, and say Benjamin needs another guitar. I'll whisper that in her ear. Will that be okay?
Would that be
Yeah,
okay?
you
How
can
would you
whisper
like
that.
that?
That'll be fine with
All
me.
right.
And
You
you see
are
how he
just
laughs?
such
This
a
gets me
cool
when he starts just
kid.
laughing. Okay. Yeah, okay.
You are
Now you're gonna have to
such
get
a
okay.
cool kid. And
Yeah, he is.
Michelle, I sit here and talk to him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm listening to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time that I have really had contact with somebody who's had autism.
Right.
I've
Right.
always seen it in a different light out of ignorance.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
kid is very intelligent.
Yes. Yes. Like they said, some are severe, severe, and some is,
Hmm.
functional. And he's definitely the functional. He's definitely the functional one. And I thank God. I mean, I pray for the ones that are severe. Because it's a lot. Uh, and like
Hmm.
you said, out of ignorance, before I even, heard people had, autism and stuff. But like you
Wait,
said, out of
I'm the one
ignorance, you always
that's
thought about.
functional.
I'm talking. Let me
That
talk.
means I'm the small autism kid.
Yeah. Okay. So you were right. Like out of ignorance, you think it's like all of them are like that, but they're not. And once I found out that's what both of them have, it made me do a little more like reading on it, researching on it, and with the therapist, like I said, help and stuff like that. Just getting other outside help that can help me, where they can understand and know what I'm trying to, teach them and stuff like that. And like whatever services and stuff
Hmm.
and people that can help, I definitely
So, in
appreciate.
other words,
Appreciate it. Helped out a lot with them. It helped out, definitely helped out a lot with them.
right. So, in other words, you put yourself in a situation to be educated about the situation.
Yes, yes,
You're
definitely.
educating yourself on the things with them because, like I said, now, like I told him, I will definitely one of my books will definitely be on this, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna reach out to some organizations, but
Hmm.
also you're gonna be a big part in helping me with this information because we all know that's what the books are about anyway.
Right,
Bringing things to light that's in our communities, these hard to
right,
talk about topics.
right.
Because I remember growing up, and I think it was some of that back then, but now we
True.
bring our kids out in public. They're educated. I can
Right.
remember a few families that had children and they would lock them away in a room. They would
Yeah,
hide them
yeah.
away,
True.
where they were. It was an embarrassment. It
Right,
appeared to be
right, right,
embarrassment to the family. But
right, right.
now, today we're more educated on whatever situation it is that you're dealing with. And when you're
Mm,
dealing with a particular situation, that's
yes,
where you tend to educate yourself more in that
more
area.
on. That's true. That is definitely true. That's definitely true.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and
Hmm.
they help out a lot. They help out a lot in understanding, because at first, like when he came to me, it was told to him, that with the behavior issue, it was like, oh, he used to tell me, oh, Mima, you got to understand, I have autism, and I was like, okay, but that doesn't, like, okay, I understand that, but that's not giving you an excuse, to not be able to try
Right.
anything. on an excuse to act a certain kind of way and want people to be okay and like okay with it. I was like, they know
Right,
I don't take camp. I was like, we pray. I was like, God give you the
right,
strength. He wakes you up in the morning. He bless you, with all the blessing of having a home, a family, friends and everybody, school. You're able to go to school and you're able to learn. Like, don't I you is there's no I feel there's no disability that can like really stop you from doing if you really want to do it, and if you have the help, the support from
hmm,
family and friends and outside support and specialists and all that stuff. Like you said, back then when we were growing up, and even like there were children that probably had these, diagnoses, but it it was like you said, they hid them away and they didn't know anything. They didn't know, and there wasn't no support, back then. All of the support and
hmm.
services now, it's amazing. Like it's amazing. It's amazing. Just to be able to give these kids a chance.
Right, right, right.
Hmm.
Kenny, I saw you ran that number across there. Now, y'all who are out here watching us, I'm just asking just one person, if it's just one person, call in and say something to Benjamin because he's just too adorable not to have one call in. Any one of y'all, some call in, please. And the number on is 478-202-4271. It's scrolling across the bottom. Somebody, please give Benjamin a call. He's just too adorable. Diana, you still out there?
Yes.
I'm
No,
going to talk
she
to
said diaper.
Benjamin.
Uh,
So, tell me a little bit about school.
Renee?
What they like at school? Huh?
What is it they like at school?
what is my day at school? It is great.
What do you like? What do you do at school?
It is what I do at school. I do all my work.
Hmm. Like what?
Like I like I write when the teacher tells me to write,
What else? What did you just do last night? We did a what kind of report? We did a book report, right?
right?
And that was your first time doing a book report.
Right?
And when you read it to the teacher today, what did she say?
She say she said to add more details.
Add more details, but all the lot of stuff that you wrote, she was like, "Wow, you got all of that information."
Yeah, mine is like Aiden's too. He got like 80% just like mine.
Right, 80%, just like yours. Yep, because you found so much information on your report, right?
Right?
Hmm.
I like
Awesome.
that. I like that. Kenny, do you have any questions for Benjamin?
Yeah, he's awesome. I just want to know how I could be like him, man. You
I
setting a
could
new
teach you
trend,
to
the
be like
standard.
me one day. I could teach you to be like me one day.
I can?
Yeah,
Okay.
one day.
Did
I
he say he teach
I
like
look
him one
forward to
day?
that. I look forward to that. You are an amazing young man. You know that?
Yes.
Your skill level, I'm just like, wow. I'm blown away. How articulate you are, how you can hold the
Yes.
conversation and do what you do, you know? That's amazing, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kudos to you. You know what? I got to give you a hand clap. Is that all right? Just
Yes.
give it up for Benjamin, man.
You
Definitely.
could send me any gifts. You could send me
Yes.
a message. You could send me anything.
You see
I can
this?
send you something. What do you like? What do you like? What do you
Oh
want to
my
send you?
goodness.
I would like a new game,
What kind of
Yeah,
game? A
okay.
puzzle
Stop.
or a game? What is it?
like a new video game for my Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
You
What
got a
is the
lot of
game
love.
you have in mind?
Like, uh, like, uh, like, 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 like,
You You can't even think of it. You just
Wait,
asking.
Sonic Colors.
Sonic Colors.
Yeah,
Is that like the Sonic the Hedgehog?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
have
another
a.
one of his.
How old
Yeah,
are you? How old are you, Benjamin?
I'm 8.
I
oh
have a
my.
grandson your age. He's going to be 8 on January 17th, and
Oh,
his favorite game too is Sonic Hedgehog. He loves Sonic Hedgehog. Why do you like him so much?
I don't like him because he's fast.
He's fast. Yeah. He remind I used to
Going
run
too
that fast.
slow.
you heard?
Mhm.
He said you used to run that fast.
Yeah, I was the
Yeah.
fastest kid growing up.
Well, yeah, that's what he thinks he's Sonic also. He runs in the house, he runs outside, and I'm like, you are not Sonic, like stop, He ran
Yeah, I used to be faster than him.
right, he runs so much. He had ran one time at recess time, and then I got a phone call from the school nurse saying that he ran into the fence. He wound up had to get some stitches on his forehead because
Wow.
he wants to run fast. And it's nonstop. I was like, "Come on,
Wow.
stop! You're not Sonic." His mother bought him a Sonic costume for Halloween, and that's it. That
And
yeah, he
it
thinks
was
he's
a
Sonic.
wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's something about that age generation right there and Sonic.
Right, right, with that Sonic.
Well, Benjamin, I'm gonna look
Yes?
for that game for you, and I want to send it to you just for being so amazing and being a part of this show tonight. Okay?
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
I want you to give Renee your address and everything, and she'll get that to me, and I'll get that out to you. All right, buddy?
Okay.
Oh
Sounds
wow.
good. Well, I'm gonna let you and Renee finish talking. I love you, Benjamin. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
You and I look alike. You know
Thank
that?
you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we look like
but
the
we
big
all
twins. We
yellow.
look like little twins.
Yes,
we
but
got
we
that
all
factor,
yellow.
man. We were right here, Benjamin. You and I. Yep. Right there. Definitely.
You are so funny. Well, Benjamin, you know what? I want to thank you so much. It is really a pleasure meeting you. And not only now, I've heard that you've been telling people that you love the book, but now you
Mhm.
can actually tell people that you met Grandma Polly.
That's where my polish.
And guess what your mom did not tell? Guess what your grandma didn't tell you?
What?
You know what your grandma didn't tell you? You're actually my cousin.
Yeah, I
We're
told him
related.
Yeah, I know that.
because I was like, "We're
You
family," and he looked at me when I
look
first
at
said it.
you.
Right. He looked at me like when I first told
Yeah,
him, he's
because
like,
I never met you before.
right. And I was like, yeah, Grandma Polly is our family. She's our cousin.
I was like,
Right. He just
what?
looked at me. He gave me that look like, what?
That is
Oh.
so funny. That is funny. But Benjamin, I thank you so much for sharing
Yeah, thank
your
you.
intelligence, and you're well mannered. You speak so well,
Uh-huh.
and you're such a cutie. You really
Thank you.
are.
Thank
And
you.
Michelle, I want to thank you for allowing us this time.
You
I
are
really
welcome.
do.
Thank
And
you.
you shared some information with me this evening that I wasn't aware of. And we're going
Hmm.
to do some more research into that. But I want to
Right.
take a second and thank everybody, who joined in on the live tonight. Um, I just thank y'all and I appreciate y'all for being here. And we're going to continue doing this. And we've changed the format a little bit. This time we're dealing mostly with children. I have the month of January filled. I have a couple of bookings in February, but if you have a child out there who's doing amazing things, or you know a child out who's doing amazing things between the ages of 8 and 18, we would like to talk to them because they have a story. And, with this news thing and COVID and everything else, nine 90% of the stuff on the news is just so negative, and
Yeah.
it just repeats over and over again. And I
Right.
think it's time that we bring our children to the spotlight and we highlight some of the things that they're doing, because
Definitely. Yeah.
some of the no kids are amazing, and I just feel that they don't get praised enough, they don't get recognized enough for the things
Hmm.
that they're doing. And that's the platform that we're running this time.
Right.
Also, before I forget, I want to thank my sponsors. Right now I have a couple of sponsors, and we are looking for sponsors. We're accepting sponsors. KJ Multimedia Solutions. That's my brother. He produced the show, and he's working real close to me, and I cannot say thank you enough. And TNT Realtor,
Hmm.
y'all need to buy a house. You're in Atlanta. Y'all need to buy a house. You're
Okay.
looking for a house or whatever.
Okay.
Hey, hit up TNT Realty. Because right now they got my back. And if you want to be a sponsor, reach out, hit us up. One more thing I gotta say, I gotta backtrack a little bit. I'm not gonna go into names, no business nor personal, but I had a family that I sponsored during the holiday. This grandmother is raising three grandchildren because the kid's mother was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone who donated to that, it was a success. We appreciate it. The family appreciated it. We were able to sponsor them during Thanksgiving and Christmas. So shout
Mm-hmm.
out to all of the good things that's happened, and
Mm.
shout out to the good things that's happening. And remember, if y'all gonna buy a house, hit up TNT
TNT.
and TNT, TNT Realtor. And
Okay.
that's basically it for me right now. Kenny, do you have anything you want to put out or come forward with? And I
Well,
thank
uh,
you
to
for
piggyback off
tonight
everything you
also.
just said,
Just a second
definitely want to
ago.
thank everybody, and definitely Benjamin first and foremost. How you doing, Benjamin?
I'm doing good.
All right,
Yes,
See.
there we go. I'm gonna send you that Sonic game too. For what is it for the Nintendo Switch? You said
Yes,
okay, okay,
I'm
and
making my next line.
all right. And just want to thank everybody who chatted tonight with us, who engaged us, and thank you for joining us
yes.
tonight. We truly appreciate you guys, Facebook Live. And of course, Miss Michelle, thank you for
Thank
granting
you.
us and gracing us with your presence and Benjamin's presence tonight. It was informative, engaging, enlightening, and building up. That's what we are doing here on this platform. We're building up one another,
Mr.
helping
Benjamin.
people to be the best version or the grandest version that they can be of themselves, you know?
Yeah,
And that's what
definitely.
it's about, love.
Love it.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I send you love.
And when y'all see us put those flyers out there during the week of the show that's coming up, share it. When you come
Yes.
on the live, share it, because we got some surprise things that's going on. Each month I've decided, and these are not big gift cards, but your Starbucks cup of coffee. Somebody will
Okay.
win a cup of coffee, the Starbucks card every month.
That's
Because
right.
Starbucks
Yeah.
is expensive,
Yeah, it
so
is, but
you
I
see
like
it out
it.
there, you share it.
Right.
And people will
Yeah,
people will use it
you share it.
Yes, they definitely
because
will.
And they will use it. So share it. Tell your friends about us. People who are not on Facebook,
Right.
they could pick this video up on YouTube
as well.
and
Yes.
watch it. We're not live on YouTube, but when we're
We will
done,
be.
we
Okay.
share it to YouTube.
And we'll
Right.
definitely be going
Yes.
live on YouTube and simulcast while we're on
Oh,
Facebook. So we're gonna
Yeah.
across the spectrum. So we're
okay.
gonna be doing some great things this year. And like Renee said, there's the giveaway gift cards every week. She's gonna have questions, I guess. I think, if I'm
I
incorrect,
said month. Wait a minute. I said month. You said
huh? What was that? What was that? What'd you say?
I, I said
Right.
monthly. You said weekly.
Oh well, monthly, monthly. It might be weekly too. You never know. You just never know with her
Mm,
sponsors. You know,
Yeah, we
and
can
and
work it out. We start getting sponsors, then it will be a weekly thing. But
but you never know. But she's gonna be. I think you're gonna be asking questions about your book, right? Certain things that happened,
yeah,
and to engage. Our whole goal is really to eradicate literacy, and once that happens,
yes,
real true change can really start to take place because that will be a great foundation because people will be able to express themselves and articulate themselves in ways where they can communicate effectively to whatever it is. If it's
yeah.
something great or if it's not something great, they'll be able to communicate it in a way to where we can all help build one another up.
Right. Right.
So look out for those
Okay.
gift
very
cards
true,
this
and
year.
that's my goal.
Okay.
Starbucks and who else? McDonald's sandwich.
Right now I'm looking at Starbucks because I mean people love Starbucks,
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Chick
and
fil A. People
Starbucks is
love Chick fil A too.
expensive. Yeah,
Triple
yeah,
battery.
that and
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, and I
Exactly.
do know for Valentine's Day I'm giving away a
Oh,
basket. Similar to the basket that I did for Christmas, Kenny.
okay. Yeah, those are awesome. Definitely.
Yeah.
I hope I win that.
Valentine. Oh, you ain't eligible.
Oh, I'm not
You're not
eligible. Oh,
eligible.
okay.
Oh,
I'm with you
And,
too. I hope I win one
Oh,
of those sandwiches too because I'm gonna eat it down like a hog.
hold it up a minute. We got a few minutes.
Benjamin
Hold
wants a
on.
breakfast sandwich too.
I
want
would
breakfast?
love
Yup,
to have it.
You
Now I
like
got to see where
Chick-fil-A,
I
right?
put it.
yup.
Yeah.
He does. Okay.
Every week.
Bring me one on
Every week,
Valentine's
I'm going to
Day.
be adding something to the basket. This is the
Hmm.
first. It's a bottle of sparkling juice
Right. Okay.
because we're promoting children.
Right.
Each week,
Oh, don't do that.
I will be adding something to the basket, and this is the first
Move that
um item that will be going in the basket.
into the
So
basket.
by the
Okay.
end of January, the basket will be completed and one person will receive the basket.
Okay.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I mean, you gotta check in, you gotta share,
Hmm.
because it's gonna be a drawing.
Right.
Give me a
Awesome.
Like
piece
the
of
people
some of
who
that
are on
juice.
here tonight, their names will go in that in my box, and
Okay.
as they come in every week, then we'll just do a drawing.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I
That
got you.
is great. But
Yes.
Well, thank you
Miss Michelle,
guys.
you have any final words you would like to say?
Yes, like I said, thank you guys for, thinking of the kids and just bringing awareness to different things and, like I said, bringing our children up where they can, be exposed to things and just sharing with other people and stuff like that. And it definitely, he's gonna think he's a movie star now because
He really
he got to see
is.
Grandma Polly and he see himself, talking and stuff like that. And it just, that's something that kids need, like knowing that people are paying them attention and shining a light on
Yeah.
them and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Encouragement.
Yeah, that definitely improves their, it brings them out,
Hmm.
it brings them out. Yeah.
Well, we thank
because
you
you
so
think you can be
much.
a hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely thank you so much.
Thank you
Renee,
so
any
much.
final
And I
words?
told you,
You're welcome.
yes, and I told Michelle she has to get that poster printed out for him.
Yes,
The
yes,
announcement
yes,
that we did.
Okay.
yes.
Yes, you give him that. And yes, he is a star. Tell him he's a star.
He's a star. Grandma Polly, you're a
Benjamin
Yes,
is
star.
a star.
thank you.
Hey,
Am I
Benjamin.
gonna
And
be watching my own self on TV tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it to the TV from YouTube.
Can I watch it right now after I'm done with the
I'm gonna have to
yes,
go to
clubhouse?
YouTube.
Wait, it's gonna go to YouTube today?
I don't know.
that is so sweet.
You hear him, right? He
Yes,
want to see
Benjamin.
himself on
And
TV.
next week we have another young man who's coming on. He doesn't have any limited abilities. Um, he was chosen for a to go on a trip to Washington D.C. that's coming this summer,
Mm,
Okay.
and he's gonna be here next week, and I will put the flyer out, and we'll go from there. But I
okay.
just thank everybody once again. Love you guys,
Love you
and we'll
too.
see you
Thank
Love
guys
you
you.
the
too,
same
Mama.
time next week. See
Okay.
you all the same time next week, and
Yes, I'll be there.
have a wonderful week and enjoy your new year.
All right.
Same to
Benjamin,
you.
Love you
Yeah.
guys.
Benjamin, I can't see you. Look. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Here come the big rig kids, roll with the big rig kids. Let's have fun here to try to you to such amazing places with the big rig kids. Those helpful big rig kids. See how they get and grow and get to know amazing things. Learn with the big rig kids, and you see how it is to have adventure days and hang and play with all your friends. Because the big rig kids know